and online. So let's say good morning, smile, wave each other. Thank you, how are you? Good. So now Konkokyo talk about Kami Shito Monogatari, Kami and people story, or Kami, me story. So intentionally, I believe there's no and, Kami and Hito or person, but just say Kami Hito, because so close. Kami-sama and the people are so close. Just like, we are in the same community, we're close. But family or parents or children, much closer, just like that. Kami and myself, like a parent and child relationship, so close. So we should realize we live with Kami-sama all the time. We pray to Kami-sama, I have a problem, I need your help, and receive blessing. But actually, because we have a problems and we have opportunity to pray to Kami-sama or turn our heart toward Kami-sama and receive blessings. That's the story that the Konkokyo tried to encourage everybody to realize how close we are with Kami-sama. So it's important to communicate with Kami-sama all the time. So we pray to Kami-sama, and the Kami-sama try to guide us. So that's the Toritiki mediation. Whenever we go to Kekkai, we receive Toritiki mediation. And not only the fulfill our prayer, but also Kami-sama have a wish of prayer for us. So that should be fulfilled. So our life can be changed if we realize that. More happier life, a meaningful life. Today's teaching from the Voice of the Universe, page 54, number 174. So 174, when a person falls ill, he tells others about it, but never to Kami. You need not tell others about your illness, just tell and pray to Kami. You will receive divine blessings. Even if you don't know how to pray, you can receive divine blessings by depending on Kami full-heartedly. When a person falls ill, he tells others about it, but never to Kami. You need not tell others about your illness. Just tell and pray to Kami. You will receive divine blessing. Even if you don't know how to pray, you can receive divine blessing by depending on Kami full-heartedly. 病気にでもなると誰でも人には話すが、神に申し上げることはしない。人に言わなくても神に申し上げてお願いすれば、おかげを受けられる。お願い方は知らなくても一心にすがればおかげをくださる。神に申し上げておかげを受けるというのは、祈りが変わり、祈りが神に届くということ。So when we have a problem like an ill, we call doctors. We tell parents or family members, I'm sick, a problem. I have to take a medicine. I have to go to the doctor's treatment. And I have to pray to Kami-sama. Very last. But Konko-sama telling us we should tell Kami-sama first. And we can receive Kami-sama's blessings. We pray to Kami-sama when we have problems. And I have a pain, I have a problems. And while continue to pray, our prayer can be changed because Kami-sama changed. And so we can have a proper prayer to reach Kami-sama. And that means that we change, we reform ourselves, so we are ready to receive blessing. So that's the process, the important. Today, I'd like to share the sermon done by Reverend Michio Iwasaki, recently uploaded on the homepage, Konkokyo website, at the headquarters, the spring grand service, spring memorial service. He said his church member one woman around 60s who live in far from the church. Usually once a month or twice a month, she got on the bus train and attend the church. So last September, she came to the church, and after 30 mediation, she said that I'd like to come to the church for the grand service, autumn grand service. So it was September. So his church, the Shizuoka Church, every April 28 and October 28, that's the day for the service, spring and the autumn grand service. So October 28 is the grand service, the autumn grand service. So she said, I'd like to come, but I have to learn that that's the day for the track and field competition for my grandnephew. So her grandnephew is pretty good at track and field. I don't know which one, but probably running. So she's really good. So she will join the competition as a selected athlete, representing the city. So she really want to win cheer on him after the competition. So usually she does with her sister. The grandnephew is really good. So she and her sister went together for him. And that day, it be the last competition in the high school. The same day at the grand service day. So after the okeka, she said, I really want to go to cheer him up. I do. And the sensei said, if I say this or that, that means because sensei said, I come to church. Because sensei said, I can go to the competition. And that's not right. You should share your true feeling to Kami-sama. I really want to come to church for the grand service. But also, I really want to go to the competition to cheer my grandnephew up. And you still have a time. We still have a time. So why don't you have a quality time to talk to Kami-sama over this matter? Ask Kami-sama, what should I do? Why don't you think with Kami-sama? You shouldn't have your judgment, I should go this, or I shouldn't go this. Dispel your judgment and communicate with Kami-sama over this. And this should be the message from Kami-sama. So, since we have time, you should talk to Kami-sama. So you will not regret your decision. So that's the sensei said. And one day before the service, so that means one day before the competitions, that she called the church, and she said, I'd like to attend the service, grand service tomorrow. And she said, because she remembered one of the sermon done by Reverend Iwasaki. The sermon was about the service day. When you respect the service day, that means you adore Kami-sama. So you go along with Kami-sama, accommodate Kami-sama's will. So since I remember this sermon, I decided to come to church for the grand service. So basically the sermon was about the service day, how important to think about the service day. If you come to the church on service day, Kami-sama will accept your appreciation and prayer, request prayer, and apologies. And you can see the Kami-sama's arrangement. So let's value service days. She really want to go to the competitions for grandnephew and also want to come to church for the grand service. So that's shared to the Okekkai and prayed to Kami-sama honestly, shared her story, her feeling. And she remembered the sermon about the challenge, the service day. And she had to come to church. Interesting enough, I think only the Shizuka Church, their grand service, autumn and spring grand service, start at 6 in the morning. He said because after they celebrate the 100th years anniversary, his father, the previous headmaster, received a message that hold the service at 6 in the morning. So since then, they start to have the service, the grand service, autumn and the spring grand service at 6 in the morning, over 30 years. So usually people who live afar can attend on the service, but they decide the day 28th, the service day. So maybe you cannot attend the service, but you can come to church on service day to respect the service day. So usually the person, the 60s women come to church for the service day around lunchtime. So she came to the church while the sensei was preparing the service one day before. And then at the Toritigi mediation, she said that I go to my parent gravesite and come back and stay at home, and I come to attend the service tomorrow morning. The gravesite is about 1 hour from the church. So she got on the train and went to the gravesite and prayed and come back to the church. And stayed at a hotel near the church. But it was no plan way before. So it's the last minute. And it was a weekday. So probably hotel, she wasn't sure she can get the hotel. But she called the hotels near the church. And she found they're just canceled and she can stay at one hotel, pretty reasonable price. So when the sensei heard that her decision, the sensei was feel like she could understand how turn her heart toward the Kami-sama through these mothers. So the sensei was so happy, and pretty sure the Kami-sama was happy too. So next day, she attended the grand service first time in the morning, 6 in the morning. Everybody were happy. And she decided to try to go to the competitions. She didn't know she can make it or not, but she tried. And actually, she made it. She was able to arrive at the stadium 30 minutes before the competition starts. So this is very unique or interesting because she wanted to go both. The church for the grand service and competitions for the grand nephew. She thought, I have to choose one of them. But I want to go both. What should I do? And she think, which one the right decision for me? But actually, there isn't a right decision. And just share her feeling honestly to the church, the Okekkai. And the Okekkai sensei said, you still time, let's have a quality time with Kami-sama. Kami-sama and you should talk, through prayer. Just share your feeling to Kami-sama through prayer. So read over your judgments. I should come to church, or I should go to the grand service, or shouldn't should go to the competition or not. Just leave your decision. But talk to Kami-sama. Communication. And try to follow Kami-sama's message. Try to get the message and follow Kami-sama's message. And through those prayer and practicing faith, she remembered the sermon about how important harvest day is. And she determined, okay, since I remember this sermon, I like to come to church. And once she determined, Kami-sama started to guide her. So she decided to come to church in the morning, to attend the service. Not lunchtime, but in the morning. She decided to go to the gravesite. So I want to stay in the hotel. And Kami-sama prepared for the hotel for her. There's one open room near the church. So she was able to stay reasonably. She attended church in the morning because it's 6 in the morning. That's why finished early too, right? So she rushed to the competition. She made it. So she thought I have to choose one of them. But because she chose Kami-sama, through communicating Kami-sama, Kami-sama eventually fulfilled her request. If she come to church like lunchtime as usual, she couldn't make it. I'd like to read one more teaching from the Voice of the Universe. Oh, not Voice of the Universe, but Gorikai. Sato Teru. Let me read. The Konko-sama once imparted, one tells others first, then later to Kami. One must tell Kami-sama immediately for all requests. Konko-sama once imparted, one tells others first, then later to Kami. One must tell Kami-sama immediately for all requests. 人には言うが神に頼むのが遅れる。何事でも神様に頼むようにしなければいけない。と教えてくださったこともあった。The church member from a Shizuoka church experienced when I tried to follow Kami-sama's message, actually Kami-sama tried to fulfill my request. So this is a Kami-hito story that she tried to communicate with Kami-sama. Kami-sama responded her request and the question. So that's the story with her and Kami-sama. We all have this kind of story actually. We should have when you look back our life. Everybody has a good time but also difficult times. And we may be sad, depressed. But through that, we communicate with Kami-sama, maybe unknowingly or knowingly. But we try to remember that we can see how Kami-sama works for us. We have a prayer request to Kami-sama. We need immediate solutions. But when you go to Toritsuki mediation, Kami-sama use the Toritsuki meditation to give you the message what you should do. And you have a prayer request, but your prayer can be changed because Toritsuki meditation, because Kami-sama want to edit your prayer and turn your heart toward the Kami-sama. And the Kami-sama start to work for you. And we can see the message, we can follow the message. And eventually, we can receive the blessing more than we expected. We all have this. Maybe we just forgot. Or maybe we didn't realize that. So that's why it's important to think about our life. What kind of life we had, experience we had. And when we in the problems, sometimes we have a hard time to see in different perspective. But when we look back, we can see, I thought only difficulty, suffering over there. But, there are Kami-sama help. I didn't know that. I ignored that. We can realize that. So that's the weave Kami-hito story. We're going to have our grand service April 7, Honolulu Church's grand service April 7. So that's the day to appreciate Kami-sama. Maybe we have 2 weeks. We have next Sunday, we have a church cleanup, and then 1 more week. So we can use this 2 weeks as a quality time to communicate with Kami-sama what kind of service our Tenchi Kami grand service. We see how Kami-sama helping us all the time. So we feel like I want to come to church for the grand service to say thank you to Kami-sama. I'd like to conclude today. Thank you very much. I'd like to recite Tenchi Kaken's closing prayer. Thank you. Recitation of Tenchi Kakisuke, page 6. Ikigami Konko Daijin, Tenchi Kanen no Kami Shin ni Nigae. Okage wa waga kokoro ni ari, kongetsu konnichi de tanomei. Pray sincerely with all your heart, be one with the Kami. Kami's blessing begin within, heart grateful and caring. In harmony and joy, look to Kami always, now and forever. On this very day, pray. Closing prayer. Dear Divine Parent of the universe, we are deeply grateful for the mediation. We offer heartfelt gratitude for divine blessings, material and spiritual, temporal and eternal. We pray that divine favor be granted to one and all, each and every day. Thank you very much. Let's sing Shiny Shimmering Light, please. Right, if you're able. Give it, please.
With a heart caught up in doubt and worry, I face my life every but somehow holding back joy and fear soar within my heart. Still I know, even one as small as I can run into someday and find a shining, shimmering, brilliant light flowing from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives. When I'm down and ready to surrender, when times are hard and it seems so dark, just knowing each day that I'm never on my own gives me strength and courage to try harder. Holding hands with my friends standing by my side, swinging arms together we will walk to the shining, shimmering, brilliant light flowing from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives.
Givers, please be seated. Announcement. Right after this, we have Sunday gathering for faith enrichment. So please join us. The next Sunday, March 31st, church cleanup. After 7:30 prayer session, we can start cleaning up. But also, you can come when your convenient time. Not only the Sunday, but the weekday or Saturday, you can come, and whenever you can, please do so. That's an opportunity for us to offer our time to Kami-sama. In return, we receive blessings. And April 6th, Saturday, mochi making, and also preparation for the spring grand service. Right? April 7, 11 in the morning, spring grand service for Tenchi Kane Kami. And April 13 is a Saturday. Wahia Church will hold the spring grand service at 5 p.m. And 14, Sunday service. April 21, Sunday service, and Wife of Church will hold their spring grand service at 10:30, along with their 40 ministers and the wife of the 50th memorial service. In April 28, monthly service and monthly memorial service and church cleanup. Also, the Noto earthquake relief fund, the deadline was end of March, but we extend to the April 30th, since Gohonbu will accept our donation. So we extend the deadline. Anything else? Yes?
Yes. I guess some of you know that in addition to being a member of Konkokyo, I'm a member of the Happy Science Buddhist Temple also. So the Japanese priest there, he forgot to email me. But luckily Friday afternoon I texted him yesterday all day long at the Blaisdell Auditorium, not the dome, but the square building behind it. But there on the grounds, there is a body, mind, spirit expo. It's an exposition. There's about 40 different venues there. Some of them are just kind of entertaining, like palm readers, and psychics. And there are Reiki healers, different kind of healers, crystals, and things like that. But the Happy Science Buddhist Temple has a big table there, and they're selling their books. So I was there for 5 hours in the afternoon. It's in case any of you are interested. It's I think it's $10 at the gate to go in, but there's a lot of things to see and experience there if you're interested in that kind of thing. I'll be going this afternoon for a couple hours again. I was playing my harmonica very gently and delicately yesterday. It was nice.
Thank you. Anything else? If not, we'd like to conclude today, and please join our gathering in the back. And I have a malamalama, new malamalama. Okay, thank you very much.